part 2 of Red Dead 2 experiment of just having myself as Arthur, set in camp for a whole in-game day. I had to cut the first part short because, well, it was getting too long. It was actually almost an hour long, so yeah. And because, as you can see, I literally started this video right back off where I left off on the first part. So, yeah. And so far, we've only had one major uh, interaction with Pearson, uh, and it wasn't even him complaining. So Dutch, Susan, these two have not actually interacted with me at all, which is fairly weird. The three rules I have set up, as you may have known from the first part, is that I cannot leave camp for any reason, which is the main rule. But I also can't help the gang at all, so I can't do chores, and I cannot also donate to the box. So I can't donate any money or anything like that. Like I said, I can't help the gang by any means, so I have to literally sit and be lazy. I literally have to sit around and just be lazy and not help the gang in any way. Just to piss them off. Yes, I'm a freeloader. What are you gonna do? I mean, I'm kind of a freeloader in real life, but not as much as Arthur is being right now. So 9 p.m. How lovely. Almost 10 p.m. Yeah, we can safely say it's nighttime now, officially. It is. It is dark now. Yeah, it's 10 p.m. now, so yeah, we can safely say it is officially nighttime. It's no longer evening. It is in the dark hours, so that's great. I'm not gonna go to sleep until like 12 a.m. I'm not gonna go to sleep until midnight, because that's when everyone goes to sleep. Just to see if we can squeeze any interactions from any of the characters. See if we can get Dutch to come over here. I mean, he's literally staring at me. I mean, what you gonna do, Dutch? You gonna come over here and complain that I've been literally at camp all day? Or are you just gonna sit there and think of a plan? I got a plan, John. Oh, this is a good one. Can't fight nature. Can't fight gravity. My whole life, I've tried to fight change. Oh, dude, I remember that so well. I remember that like the back of my own hand. So yeah, I'm at least going to stay awake until midnight to see if we can get any type of interaction. That is just an hour and a half away, but just to see if we can squeeze any type of interaction from Dutch or Susan. Because I've literally been sitting here all freaking day. So far, nothing. I think other game members have already started going to sleep. Okay, well, Dutch is sitting down in bed. I think he's already getting ready for bed. So, let's go look around and just see if anyone's still kind of awake. Everyone's already asleep, dude. Also, can we just say, like, how tranquil and how relaxing it is to hear the owls hooting? I absolutely love that detail, and you can only hear it at night, which is perfectly logical since they're more active at night because they're literally nocturnal birds. If I can freaking speak, yeah, I can speak. I promise you that. So yeah, can I not eat anymore? What's going on here? Oh yeah, I can get coffee. I think having coffee at 11:40 p.m. is very illogical since that's literally bedtime. That's literally the time that you want to be asleep. So having coffee at that time is very illogical. Also, Dutch switched to his pajamas. Looks like John already closed up his tent. Because that's his tent right there, right next to mine. Also, can we just acknowledge how John's tent is right next to Arthur's tent? I mean, can we acknowledge that? I mean, it's like Rockstar intended this to be the case because you know John is going to be your best bud. And why is Silver Dollar? That's Hosea's horse. Why is Hosea's horse in camp? It's officially midnight now, too, by the way. Which makes this even weirder. Why is Hosea's freaking horse in camp? That is. Uh, that's weird. Yeah, I think everyone is sleeping. Well, I say that, and then Bill has to come into view. So yeah, everyone is sleeping just about. Abigail is sleeping. I I just love how peaceful this is. Like how tranquil and how realistic this is, and like it gives that natural feeling that it's nighttime and everyone is asleep. Like there's Abigail, she's sleeping. Jack is sleeping. Kirsten is sleeping. Susan's sleeping. Now what's weird is Dutch will get into his pajamas, but he never goes to sleep. And that's kind of strange. It is 1 a.m. now, by the way. That is pretty. That's kind of diabolical, not gonna lie. I'm just gonna sit here. I did start the experiment at 9 a.m., so we're gonna wait until it's 9 a.m. Um, that should give at least 3 hours of potential interactions because 6 a.m. is when everyone starts to wake up. So yeah. Again, as I said in the first part of this little experiment, by now, logically the game would have punished me by now. Like the game would have realized, like Rockstar can realize this by now, and I should have got penalized for just staying in camp all day without helping the gang in any way at all. I should have definitely lost honor by now. It's only logical. I don't think there should be no reason why there should be a reason why I'm losing honor right now. But I'm not losing honor. Like it's logical for me to lose honor at the moment. But for me not to lose honor just for sitting around all day is kind of illogical because I'm not helping the gang at all. It was weird seeing Hosea's horse in camp earlier. Let's test that. This isn't leaving camp, by the way. I'm curious to see what happens if I do this. When everyone's asleep, besides Dutch, I want to see what happens if we try to ride a horse into camp at nighttime. Imagine you just keep doing that like, let's do that again, just to see what happens. Like, to pass the time, I want to see if we lose honor if we keep doing that. Like, if we keep annoying him like that. Let's see if we eventually lose honor for doing this, because I'm curious.
That horse out of here! Just calm down. Yeah.
Again, you would think I would lose honor for doing this.
Don't be riding that in here. Relax. Yep.
So, I guess Bill can hear that I'm trying to ride my horse into camp, and he gets irritated.
Hey, get that horse out of here! Okay. Keep your hair off.
You would think by now the game would realize I'm being completely ridiculously stupid and rude at the same time. That I would get punished, and I would lose honor for doing this.
What's that horse doing in here? Take it easy. Yeah. Hey, get that horse out of here!
Yeah, it is scary hour now. Let's go ahead and go to sleep. Only 3 hours of sleep. Big dog, that is literally not much sleep at all. 3 hours is nothing of sleep. Just to skip the time, because I know for a fact that I started the experiment at 9 a.m. So that gives the game 3 hours to just give us something interesting. So that's great.
Good morning, Arthur.
Morning, Arthur.
I like how Dutch is wearing something different today. See what I mean? He isn't wearing the same clothes over and over again. Whose horse is that? And why is it in camp? Okay, we'll give it until 9:30. If nothing happens until 9:30, from now until 9:30, we'll just go ahead and call it quits there. Because this has been very underwhelming so far. Like, not much has happened, and to be honest, for how realistic Red Dead Redemption 2 is, I expected more than nothing. You know what I mean? So far to see no any type of reaction from Dutch, Susan, or Pearson, just by sitting here and without moving away from camp, is a bit disappointing. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's a bit underwhelming because for Red Dead Redemption 2 to be so damn realistic and not to have any type of consequence or repercussions for sitting in camp doing nothing all day is disappointing. I'm not gonna lie, especially since it's supposed to be like one of the most realistic games. So for it not to have that kind of punishment to happen to you is disappointing. And so far, we haven't had that happen to us. So yeah, this experiment has been pretty underwhelming. I am disappointed, Rockstar. Pretty disappointed, I'm not gonna lie. I think Arthur's even. I think Arthur is even disappointed. You would think even by now John would get pissed off, but no. It's almost 7 a.m., so about 2 hours left here. And so far, not much has changed, unfortunately. I like how John went around the corner to get dressed. He was just in his pajamas.
Good morning, Arthur.
Mary Beth is probably going to do the same now. She's probably going to go around the corner and get dressed. She's going to go around Pearson's wagon and she's just going to get dressed when she comes back out. Okay, about 2 hours left now. So yeah, Mary Beth went around that corner to get back into her clothes. She took her pajamas off. Again, we're gonna wait. We're going to wait at least until 9:30 just to see if like we have any type of interaction or scolding. Like I said earlier, though, not much has happened. The only major thing that happened was in the first part, and that was when Pearson talked to us. As I said in the first part, though, Pearson is one of my favorite characters. He's one of my favorite gang members too. So far, though, I'm actually very underwhelmed by this experiment. I'm not gonna lie. Not much has happened, and so far it's not been very exciting. Again, the whole point of this experiment was just to sit in camp all day without helping the gang in any way at all. So again, no helping the gang member at all. So like no helping with chores, no donating money to the box, and we cannot leave camp for any reason. Those are the three rules I set up, by the way, that I did explain in the first part. We stay in camp. We follow those three rules. So far, like I said, though, very underwhelming results here. Like, Dutch hasn't said a word. Susan hasn't said a word. Only Pearson has talked to me, and he didn't even complain. That shows why he's respected. And that shows that he has more of a heart. Because he does not complain. Even when you're being lazy. I swear, Pearson is the best for a reason, man. He is the best. He is the absolute best. The absolute best. And he is one of the game members that actually survives, too. Which is just... Like, he's one of the game members that survived the events of both Red Dead 1 and Red Dead 2. So he's, like, one of the main game members that's still living. So I am very happy about that. I'm glad Rockstar realized that we would like Pearson and respect him, that they don't kill him off. I appreciate that, Rockstar. What would be even cooler though is if they gave him his own games. Like, imagine if you play as him in Red Dead 3, we go back in time again, or we'll go into like a time paradox and play as Pearson. Oh, that would be fantastic. That would actually be that would actually not be a bad idea for a third game, to be honest. It really wouldn't make any sense with the plot for for the first two games, because since you play as Jack at the end of the first one, which is supposed to be like the very very end of the timeline. So that's that's strange. Of course, Red Dead 2 could be a sequel, or Red Dead 3 could be a sequel of both Red Dead 1 and Red Dead 2, or be a prequel to Red Dead 2. So before the events of Red Dead 2, like how the game can, like, as we're kind of waiting here for the for the final next hour, because that's when I want to end the experiment. Because, like I said, nothing interesting has happened. Like, nothing, and it's been underwhelming. So why not explain a potential plot for the third Red Dead game? So there is no official confirmation from Take-Two Interactive or Rockstar that Red Dead Redemption 3 is in the works, but there are a lot of rumors that suggest that there could be a third game in development. What I think the third game can be about is it can be a prequel, and it could be a prequel of Red Dead 2 and Red Dead 1, so before the events of even Red Dead 2. And the game could follow Arthur when he's younger and before he's even in the Vanderlyn gang. I think that would be like a great plot, and maybe even we can find out what happened to Arthur's parents. Maybe before because I know his dad, Arthur's father, got arrested, and I think he got executed, judging by the lore that we get in Red Dead 2. And his mother, I'm not 100% sure on his mother. I think his mother left him, but I'm not too sure. But having that for a plot for the third game, like, for a third game taking, like, imagine if we go back to, like, 1870-ish? And again, we can follow life with Arthur Morgan when he was younger. And before the events of the second game. Again, that would be a pretty good plot, in my opinion. Or it can be a sequel of both Red Dead 1 and Red Dead 2. And we can actually find out what happened to Jack as well, like, to find out if Jack is still alive and what he's doing and whatnot. I think that would be definitely plausible too, and I think those are what are being speculated by fans and by content creators. Like, those seem very plausible. That was a mouthful and a half. You, Susan, did you just spit on the dang table? That was gross. You better hope like you didn't freaking spit on my hand. That was disgusting. You have no manners, do you? Oh yeah, you look at me like that, bitch. I'll have you know I'm very honorable here, and you just spit on my hand. That was disgusting, girl. Absolutely diabolical. You're lucky I ain't squeamish. Okay, I got 27 more minutes here in game time. I am very underwhelmed. Like, I am beyond disappointed by this experiment. Like, I was expecting more. I was expecting more reprimandation from Susan and Dutch, but not a single peep slash interaction with him at all.
Ah, well. Good morning.
So I'm actually very disappointed, guys. Like, this has been very underwhelming. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, not a single interaction or a reprimandation from anyone. Because me, Arthur, pretty much as the underboss right behind Dutch, you would expect some scolding from other game members, but no. This, apparently I can be lazy and do what I want, and I don't get scolded. That's not very realistic game logic there, Rockstar. I'm going to be completely honest with you. That is not very realistic game logic. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, 8 minutes of in-game time and literally nothing. Nothing interesting, nothing exciting, nothing. A whole bunch of nothing. This has been probably the most underwhelming experiment that I've ever done on my channel so far, because it was very, very empty. There was nothing. There was nothing to this experiment. I'm disappointed. That's 9:30 right there. I'm pretty sure. Let me see here. Yep, 9:30. So it has been officially 24 in-game hours that I have literally sat in camp. I haven't done anything. I have literally been sitting here being lazy. I haven't donated anything to the camp box. I haven't done any chores. I haven't left the camp premises, and I literally haven't been reprimanded or scolded by anyone. This has been a very, very disappointing experiment. I'm not gonna lie. Like, this has been fairly underwhelming. So yeah, of course, you guys, you can try this if you want, but for me, it was underwhelming. I'm not gonna lie. Of course, you guys may try this, and you guys might get better results. But for me, it was fairly disappointing, and it was very underwhelming. Nothing interesting really happened. Nothing exciting happened. And it was kind of sad, not gonna lie. Just like Arthur's death. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys next one, and peace out.